Good morning, everybody. Hey, Kevin. Good morning, handsome. Good Sunday morning. Good Sunday morning. Hey, Diedrich. Good morning. Hey, Quiet Storm. Good morning. Every time I see your name, I think about like Donnie Simpson when he used to do Quiet Storm radio. That's why I'm showing my age. And Smokey Robinson's song will come on right before Donnie starts talking. I remember that's the... hey, Dedrick. Hey, Tracy. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, beautiful. Hey, Kendra. Good morning, beautiful. Hey, Sergio. Good morning, handsome. Good morning, beautiful Tracy. Hey, beautiful Jess. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, I wasn't on yesterday afternoon because I did meet up with my nieces yesterday. I did meet up with them yesterday. Hey, good morning, Pam. And thank you all for sharing the live this morning, tapping that like button. I appreciate it. Now, I wasn't on yesterday evening, but of course, I still do my digging. And this morning I put up some stuff this morning about the connection between Trump and Epstein. The Trump administration is working hard to try to make it so that you don't see that association. It's no way to not see it. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were friends for a long time. And this morning, I talked about, in one of the videos, I talked about how in Trump's first term, I'm going to take y'all back, right, to Trump's first term. When Trump was president the first time, right, he appointed Alex Acosta, right? Hey, legend, nobody can see your post, but if Bill and Hillary is on the list, don't you want the list? I want the list. I want Bill and Hillary Clinton exposed. Hold on, I'm going to show you a comment so everybody can see it. I want Bill and Hillary Clinton exposed, don't you? So that's all the more reason why the list should be out, right? Hello? Hello? Trump still has Epstein's plane. He's still using it. Where was this person who was so wanting to know about Bill and Hillary Clinton? What happened to you, the legend? Where did you go? Is your keyboard stuck? Hello? Hello? I didn't even block him. He just stopped talking. See? Because that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. Understand? Now I'm going to tell you what else I read yesterday. I read names yesterday. I read names. I was digging, and people being the sleuthers that they are, they've been digging for years. Years. And it's some names that are in the list because Epstein had a book and he had other documents. Okay, so let me go all the way back a couple of steps first, right? First of all, good morning. First, let me say that. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Now, hold on, I'm gonna see something. Let me go. I gotta go to the stuff I saved yesterday because I saved a lot. Good morning, Lynn. Good morning, Shauna. Yeah, this story goes so deep. Hey, Alex. Hey, Miss Info. This story goes deep. Understand the reason why not just Trump, the Republican Party is blocking certain things. This shit goes massively deep. Understand? Massively deep. Okay? What Lil Kim say? Deeper than a bitch with 6 feet. Hey, listen. Deep. Deep. Hold on. I'm trying to find that article that I was just looking at. Hold on. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Lord have mercy. I looked at so many things this morning. Okay. None of that's it. Hold on. I know y'all still talking. Y'all can keep talking. I'm just trying to find the thing that I was looking at this morning. Because I thought I saved it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, only thing I tell you this. Go on Reddit, right? Go on Reddit. And there is a sub called No Filter News, right? And they have a post on there that spans the 20 years of relationship of Epstein and Trump. They link to old articles. They link to the book that was written many years ago that includes the list. They have flight log links that you can read, different trials, all types of stuff. Okay, so let me start by going back. Hey, JK, good morning. Why is the media of this country not taking a deep dive? Because, Andre, they're not taking a deep dive because this shit is deep with a lot of rich and fucking powerful people. That's why. That's why. That's why. It spans multiple countries. It's not just America. There's a reason why all the powers that be, especially corporate media, don't want to talk about it. Because people that they work for may be implicated. That's why. Exactly, Ashley. The ties are super deep. The ties are super deep. Yep, it was okay, let me give y'all the tea how it even got to be an intelligence gathering operation. Because it didn't happen it didn't start that way. Okay, so back in Florida, right? Because that's where Epstein was originally, right? So back in Florida, he's in Florida and people are making reports, right? About situations with vulnerable people, okay? And the sheriff starts to investigate it, right? Hey, good morning, Shamonia. The sheriff starts to investigate it, but the sheriff gets upset because the prosecutor locally didn't want to really mess with it, which didn't make sense to the sheriff department because they had all this evidence that it was a big thing that was happening, and they felt like the prosecution was dragging their feet on purpose. So what did the sheriff do? The sheriff took his evidence and gave it to the feds. That's how if Jeffrey Epstein got tied up in the federal government watching his shit. It was only because local law enforcement in Florida felt like local Florida law enforcement, like prosecutors and shit, didn't want to touch it. Now, I'm going to go back to, there was one specific prosecutor, Alex Acosta, right? Alex Acosta, he was the U.S. attorney in Florida. Didn't really want to, he gave Jeffrey Epstein this sweetheart deal that he only had to do a couple of months in prison. And most of the information that they really found, because it was many things that was reported to them, they kind of suppressed it, that U.S. attorney's office, right? Okay, fine. Fast forward to Trump's first administration. Who does he appoint to his cabinet? Alex Acosta. Okay? Alex Acosta. Hey, Jose. Jose, you're being deported, beloved. I'm like Trump. I just go, I don't need any more information. Anyway, fast forward, look, back to the regularly scheduled program. Anyway, so fast forward to Trump, term 1. He appoints Alex Acosta to his cabinet, right? Alex Acosta stayed there until, right? You know who's coping? You. Because I booted you and your ass came back with an account with 2 followers. You're gone again. What, you thought I wasn't going to catch you, boo? You thought I wasn't going to catch you? You got to be quicker than that. Anyway, like I was saying, so Alex Acosta was in Trump's first cabinet. When Congress started asking Alex Acosta questions about Epstein in Florida, he resigned. So my big question is this. Why is Trump working so hard to protect Jeffrey Epstein if he ain't have nothing to do with it and Jeffrey Epstein's such a bad person and not his friend? Wake up and connect the dots, y'all. Connect the dots. You don't fight that hard to protect somebody for nothing. This thing goes deep, okay? I saw royalty on the list and more than one royal. Like I said, go to Reddit. Go to Reddit today and go to the group called No Filter News. They got receipts. Oh, T-Boy, that's what I mean. Oh, it goes deeper, a lot deeper than y'all, than folks have been talking about. It's bad. It's bad. And this is why. See, remember, Trump politicized the Epstein thing because he thought he could use it to his benefit. The problem is he politicized it. So I've seen some names of people based upon a book, because there was a book that was written a long time ago. And some of the names were verified by Pam Bond before Pam. They were verified before Pam Bondi. And these people, they don't listen. You know how the internet, they love to sleuth, right? They love to sleuth when they have receipts, right? They even tell you what pages you can find names on. Stop playing with it. Thank you so much. Good morning. Main difference between me and you is I prefer millionaire men. Okay. I'm not stopping you from getting yourself a boyfriend, sir. That's why I just booted you, so you can go get a boyfriend. Like, what? Did anybody hear me say that you can't have a boyfriend if you want a boyfriend? I am always encouraging men who are on their knees for Trump to get themselves a boyfriend. Am I not? Good morning, Lily. If you've been in my live more than once, you know I always tell conservative men, you should get a boyfriend. Because the way you're praising and on your knees for this man, there's no way you can have a woman. It's impossible. Because then I got to call into question her character too and look at her crazy like, that's your man's. That's your man's right there. Like, come on. Come on. So basically, Jeffrey Epstein had been down there cutting up in Florida for years. For years. And the Florida prosecutors knew, did nothing. Did nothing. Then Trump goes and appoints the prosecutor that gave Jeffrey Epstein the sweetheart deal, puts him in his cabinet, and the man only steps down because people started to ask questions. And he didn't want to answer those questions. This is how you know, this is how bad you know the Epstein trial, this Epstein shit is. I'm going to just connect more dots for y'all. This is how bad you know it is. And Trump is they're trying to throw everything up in the world to distract you from this shit. It's so bad, they told you shit about Trump's health. Since when they started telling you shit about Trump's health? They just told you when he came into office that he's the healthiest president in history, that he's 6'3", 230 pounds. Did he not tell you he was NFL fucking bound just in January? Just in January. So anything to change the narrative. Who really cares? I do, Larry. You did before the election. Bye. Who has a turtleneck on in July? I care, Larry. I do. If you don't care, why are you here? That's why I booted you. You shouldn't be in places you don't care about. Exactly. Justice for those girls. Y'all, they even got links to, like I said, the flight logs. They got links because remember, Jeffrey Epstein did go on trial in Florida. They got trial records and court documents from that have been unsealed. 953 pages. In the documents, they say here, the document establishes a pattern in which a certain location was used as a recruiting ground. Go read it. Go read it. Go read it. And the person and the people have broken down at least 14 people that they can identify that's on that list, either by name or by other things. So that's why I say Trump is trying to distract you because he knows this is bad fucking news. Now, I'm going to connect another dot that I can't say it the whole way. If you want to learn more, you got to check out my Patreon. I also opened up a discussion yesterday on my Patreon so people can get a preview of the things I talk about in the back room. Go check it out. In the back room, I'm talking about this whole thing about the Trump situation and his health. I talk about that too and all that other stuff. But I give you like, let you go check that out. But anyway, the Reddit again is called No Filter News. That's the sub you got to go into. And the name of the post is called Epstein and Trump, 20 years of trafficking and more. I'll say it like that. Because it's not just people saying stuff. They leading you to proof. AP News articles, Wikipedia stuff, fact check places, actual footage. Like they're showing you stuff. See? Again, that's why Trump wants you to be like, look over here. Look over here. Okay, you added in this info. Check it out today. The name of it again is No Filter News. That's the sub on Reddit. That's the sub on Reddit. Exactly, Ashley. It's at least Rico. I'm like, yo. And all of these people. Nope. And it was never rich people's children. Never. Heck, I was digging this morning on another thing, and I'll find it. Another thing where they was like, remember that dossier? Remember the dossier? And they was talking in that dossier about some showers. And y'all know what I'm talking about. That all connects back to the Epstein thing. I was like, yo. And maybe a piece of the compromise that Vladimir has on Trump. I said, wait a minute. Listen, there's something else going on. We, the American people, deserve to know. Thank you, Maud. We got another one. They crashing out when we talk about this Epstein stuff. Because what I tell y'all, rich people pay for bots to hit the internet too. To block you from hearing the truth. But they're our kids at risk and at stake with this. It makes you wonder about all the missing girls and women that just vanish out of thin air. That maybe they ain't just vanishing, you know? It makes you think about shit like that. It makes me think. That's why I tell y'all that movie fucking Don't Blink. That shit was disturbing to me. Yes, Taken, disturbing to me. To me, the most disturbing thing about movies like that is the probability that it could happen. We could be looking at Vance in a couple years. Well, listen. Hold up. I'm going to tell you. There's another reason why you're looking at him in a couple years. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck with you. This is one reason why you're going to have Vance sooner rather than later. We got to keep it all the way a buck. We got to keep it all the way above. This is one reason why you're going to have Vance sooner rather than later. Okay? All right? Fluid is on them legs. Fluid is on them knees, beloved. Okay? All right. So at some point, you're not going to be able to get away from this. Now, I put this up here because I wanted y'all to see. The Justice Department has more information, but now, like I said before, Trump and them playing fucking games. They're trying to pretend that they need to go to the grand jury to get grand jury testimony when they know judges don't just give up grand jury testimony just be giving it out all willy-nilly. Because then why would people cooperate and participate in grand juries if they could be sold out like that? The Department of Justice has all this data. Why won't Pam Bondi release data? Because they're playing games. They're playing fucking games. That's why. And they're trying to buy time to come up with their lies and their stories. But folks won't let up on this. Even MAGA won't let up on this. Trump sold this, what do you say? He sold this whole thing to them. This constant thing about this scheme, and Democrats are on the list and they're keeping the list from you. Well, now you're there. That shit don't work no more. You're in charge. Why don't we have it? Yep, and I saw that a whistleblower said that the FBI was told to flag anything with Trump's name in the files. Anything with Trump's names in the files. And that's why it's happening. And just so y'all know, according to this thing, they say Trump is on page 85. Catch it. I told y'all, these people done comb through all this shit. They can tell you what page to find shit on, this, that. They not playing. You took these people's jobs. They ain't got nothing but fucking time. If you kept them working, they wouldn't be able to figure out. This is what I be trying to tell y'all. When you suffering, when you robbing Peter to pay Paul, when you can't, you don't have the time, the luxury to pay attention to what these people are doing. But when you do, you make it your business. You make it your business. Oh yeah, Pam ain't over there, but Pam Bondi's gonna be fired. Watch. Pam Bondi is going to be fired. Yeah, you're right. But Pam Bondi, she has to be fired because somebody has to take the fall. See? Somebody has to take the fall. There is no... So who's going to take it? Trump's not going to take the fall. Pam Bondi, she almost helped to make this an even bigger issue. When she went on Fox News, claiming she had the stuff sitting right on her desk, they asked her specifically about the list. And listen, I'm not a MAGA. This is one of those times I agree with MAGA. Bitch, you lied. Yeah, if she's smart, she go rogue, but she not. She's a sycophant. So she gonna lay down and do exactly what Trump wants, but she gonna get thrown under the bus. What do they say? Pam, lay down, a bus is coming. Because that's exactly what's gonna happen to her. That's exactly what's gonna... He's trying to protect her. Honestly, now, hold on. I just talked myself into something. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, no, he's not going to be so quick to fire her. Because she's from Florida. She knows some shit too. So no, she got info too. Nope. He ain't gonna be quick to fire her. That's why he going balls to the wall for Pam Bondi. I had to say that shit out loud. Something just clicked in my brain and went, wait a minute. No, that explains why he's hanging on and fighting for her so much. Because she was in Florida too. And she knows shit too. I was wrong on that. I just thought, and it literally just clicked like, no. Yeah, she'll sing like a fucking canary. And he knows it. Because she ain't got no backbone. Cash ain't really got no real info. You understand? He work at the FBI, but the problem is he don't have no credibility. MAGA thinks he doesn't have credibility now because Cash claimed he was going to release it soon as he got in and he didn't. So his credibility's fucked up with them. Dan Bongino is next. Dan Bongino's next. His credibility's getting fucked. That's why he mad. These two guys made a lot of money pushing that propaganda and shit and claim when I get in there, I'm going to do this. Well, you're in there and you haven't done anything. So you just like the rest of them. You ain't no different. Yep, exactly, with the grand jury testimony. And the thing is, judges don't really just give up grand jury testimony like that just to be giving it up so the president can try to prove he not on something. Not happening. We need this. Listen, these people are up against the wall now, and I'm glad. It's fine time. This shit is long overdue. It's long overdue. Remember, Trump said he was going to drain the swamp. Not only did he not drain the swamp, when I saw this picture, I said, this is fucking perfect. Because the White House is drowning in this fucking Epstein swamp. And it's not going to go nowhere. It's not going to go nowhere. The only other option is for Trump to go to war with somebody. You understand? You got to change the story. And he always is changing the story. But flooding the zone this time not working. People are like, man, fuck flood the zone. Where them files at? Yep, he got to keep her close. He going to keep... You guys are absolutely right. He has to keep Pam Bondi close because Pam Bondi is keeping secrets too. Pam Bondi's keeping secrets too. Hey, real one, good morning. He going to learn. You say he want to be like Shrek and live in the swamp. Not with them ankles. You can't wade through no water with them ankles. So it wasn't a smart plan if that was his plan. Because you cannot wade through the water with ankles like that. Okay? Let's keep it all the way a buck. We all know that. It makes it harder to move with ankles like that. You know, like that wasn't a smart plan. Maybe that was before all the swelling. That's why I said, y'all know it's bad when the White House gonna tell you stuff about Trump's health. Now, granted, they still lied in what they did tell us about his health, but the fact that they even addressed it. In the past, they wouldn't have. They just would have kept lying. Right to your face. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Thank you so much, Stephen. There's a lot. That's the only reason why they brought it up, because it's the perfect distraction. Because the thought was, if we acknowledge the president's health issues, folks will get fixated on that and get away from the Epstein thing. Nope. You got one segment of people on medical stuff, another segment of people on Epstein stuff, another segment of people on tariffs. People are everywhere. You took their jobs. You took their jobs. I used to have a government job. Well, Elon took my fucking job, and it was like the first couple of months I sat around and I just read news and yelled at the television and all these things. And then I just said, you know what? Well, fuck it. Obviously, I'm not going to get my job back. So I ain't got nothing else to do. So let's go dig and learn more about this stuff that I didn't have time to learn all about this stuff all the time because I was working, and talk about it. You did that. You did that. Now y'all got me out here like Joker. I don't hate you. You complete me. That's how I am now. Like what? That's how I am now. Thank you. Shit. Yeah, I am the Joker now. They unleash the beast. All you had to do was keep me in my job. I was very happy in the job, but you let Elon take it. So now I'm on my Joker shit. Yup, it's my origin story. It sure is. It sure is. But that's what happened. And now there are hundreds of thousands of Jokers all over America that lost their jobs. Okay. They about to learn. Not only is it all these Jokers, ain't no Batman now, because Bruce Wayne got water on his ankles. Okay. Thank you so much. You were around from the jump, Hollister. Listen, this Batman got water on his ankles and his legs. Therefore, he cannot, and I repeat, he cannot stop these Jokers. We're everywhere. Shit. Everywhere. I'm out here like Pusha T. I'm out, and y'all know how much of a villain Pusha T is. Okay? I'm out here like straight Pusha T. Like, I'm in your house. You just don't know where I am. That's why I'm telling y'all, take yourselves today to Reddit. Go to the No Filter News sub. The Epstein and Trump thread. Read so much stuff there. Links, videos, court files, all. Thank you all. I'm going to keep going. I saw that, Mina. Remember the confusion you started with and came so far. I know, Hollister. That's why I remember where I started and where I am now. It's a testament to like every day. And honestly, and I'm gonna be honest and transparent in what I say to you. I've applied for a couple jobs and went on one interview, and the whole time that I haven't been able to work. And at some point something clicked and said, no, fuck that. I refuse to go into that system again. I got something to say. I got a voice to say. I got a voice. If Cash fucking Patel, if Cash fucking Patel can have a podcast, why can't I? If Dan Bongino can have a podcast, so can I. If Charlie fucking Kirk can have a podcast, why can't I? If Candace Split Ends fucking Owens can pop her shit, why can't I? I'm like, the problem is liberals don't have enough people out there speaking up who are unapologetically liberal, unapologetically socialist. That's me. Yep, I said the split ends. Y'all see it. I know you see it. I know you see it. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. How many split ends she need to go to the hairdresser? You see it. Get them ends clipped. You see it. Listen, I ain't the only one that see it. Y'all been seeing it. That's why she really upset. She's going to the wrong hairdresser. You can tell she ain't got no black friends. Because if she had black friends, that would not happen. Okay? First of all, the haircut wouldn't happen. That's the first thing. This how come I know she don't have no black girlfriends. Because we would be like, oh no, Miss Girl, where you going? To church, beloved? Are you on the usher board? No, girl, no. That's how we know. And the friends that she does have, they don't like her. Because, let me to Hollister's point, even her white girlfriends, if they liked her, they would say, girl, that's not the haircut, girl. That's not it. That's not it. That's how come you know she don't have no real friends. Everybody around her is an opportunist. Because real friends are going to tell you, that's not the look, girl. That grandma is giving usher board. It's giving march on down the center aisle at the church with your white gloves on and your little white dress. Because my grandmama used to love being on usher board. That was her thing, honey. When she got the usher on her Sundays, she thought she was doing that. She'd just be marching, honey. Just marching. Now, she going to be a devil all those other times, okay? She's going to be a devil all those other times. But on that Sunday, where she's on the usher board, honey, she's marching. She is That's Candace. That's Candace. It's giving usher board, okay? Okay, that's what it's giving for me. Hey, Val, good morning. That's why she really mad. And so we need an opposite to Candace. I mean, we got some of it. I saw that video with her and Princella. Listen, I don't know what made Candace think she could handle Princella. Because Princella be about her business. And she always come with receipts. She don't just say shit. She got receipts. You understand? She reads books. You can tell. Princella reads books. She reads books. Candace, she's about rhetoric. Man, those videos were so damn good. Those videos were so damn good. Because she thought she was going to come and get to spew her mess. And it's like, no. Do you think that smart people don't exist? Yeah, she was no match for Princella. And you're right. She also writes books. I got to keep it right. So I'm just like, she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle it. I loved it. But that's that cockiness, that ego. I would love to debate Candace. Oh, because I would outright ask her, so Candace, question for you. When did you realize that racism was dead in America? Was it before or after you filed your lawsuit using the NAACP about racism in your school? Oh, yeah, I would outright ask her. Like, what was the date in which you realized for yourself that racism no longer existed? I would just outright ask her. So when your little black baby come home from school when he gets older, dealing with racism, what you gonna tell your child? Racism dead? Like what's your strategy for dealing with that when it happens? Because it's gonna happen. Hey Wendy, good morning. Hey Miss Jackie, good morning. So that's why, man, I would love to debate Candace. Love it. Charlie Kirk, come Charlie, come to me, child. Oh, certainly. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because I would outright tell Charlie Kirk, oh, you love socialists. And he would say, no, I don't. I would say, yes, you do. Don't you love the police? They're socialists. They get paid from people's tax dollars. Don't you love the military? Socialism. You love socialism. So stop lying. If you didn't love socialism, why do you have insurance? And he would say, what do you mean? I would say, no, why do you have medical and dental insurance? That's socialism. It's like a pool of people in a pool. And it helps bring down spending tax dollars is socialism, according to these people. It's socialism when it's spent on you and me. When our tax dollars are given to rich people, it's just called investments. See? That's the difference. When rich people get our tax money, it's investments. When we get it, it's socialism. And it's bad, and it's going to make us lazy and dependent on the system. But magically, it doesn't make rich people dependent on the system. See how that works? Bullshit. I'm tired of these people lying and playing with us. Yep, corporate welfare is okay. Social welfare is socialism. See? And that's not okay. Because my thing is, I didn't pay taxes to give my money to Target. You understand? No more socialism. And somebody brought up farmers. Farmers are the biggest socialists there are. All the while screaming they're conservative. No, you're not. Farmers are socialists. They take government handouts all the time. That's not their money. And if it wasn't for government money, their farms would have been out of business. Been out of business. But because they get your money and my money, they get to stay in business. I can get food. Listen, I want food. Hold up. Don't block Reckless because I want to answer this. Yes, I do. Oh, you block Reckless. No. But I'll still answer this because I was going to answer this. Yes, I do want food, right? But this is the T. If you can't stay in business, now you ain't even have to unmute them. It's okay, my dog is Charlie. But if you can't stay in business growing food without government money, then that means that farming is not a lucrative business for you. Like what? Y'all don't get it. Corporations want your family farm any fucking way. They want it anyway. And now they're going to get it. I'm an amazing complainer. No, actually, I'm very much married. But I can tell you're single because you were here talking to me this morning. Bye. You got to love when you're smart and when you're a woman, the first thing that some men say is, you must be single. Well, I know you're single because men, smart men know they want smart women. Duh. Who wants a dumbass woman to be the mother of their children? Anybody? That's what I thought. The only men who want dumbass women to be the mother of their children or their partners are men who want to manipulate, dominate. You understand? That's why I always say that I said this and I've said it more than one time. Jay-Z got a lot of fucking money. But one thing I know for certain too, for sure, Jay-Z's biggest flex is his wife. He knows it. He knows it. That's the biggest flex. That's the shit that gets other people. Quiet as kept, that's the shit that make other men look at him and go, damn, man, he doing that shit. You know how many men are waiting in the fucking wings for that guy to fuck up? You know how many men are waiting in the wings for Jay-Z to fuck up? They're praying for his downfall. Do you understand? Because as soon as he fucks that up, oh, they sliding right over there. Like, hey, boo. Like when I saw all the men talk shit about Cardi B. You can talk all the shit you want. They were men lined up right as soon as she said she was done with that marriage. She's not a dumb person. She know how to play dumb for those who think she is, though, to get what she wants. It's like Paris Hilton. Paris not dumb. That it's hot shit. Her and Nicole Richie, they weren't dumb. They did what they thought they knew the masses wanted to see, but they were far from dumb. Very smart business women. Very smart business women. If you think I'm stupid, I'll let you think that I'm anything that I want, that you can think anything you want to think about me. But I know I'm not that. Exactly. Paris Hilton is scary smart, but she far from dumb. Far from dumb. See, y'all let that pretty shit fool you. Some of the most dangerous business folks in the world are pretty fucking women. Because while you caught up and mesmerized by the glow of her beautiful skin and her beautiful brown eyes and all of this, she is hardcore at business. Jay-Z told you, I'm not the thug in this relationship. He said it more than once. I am not the thug in this relationship. The thug is the chick in the heels with the lipstick. That's the thug. Okay? I may be from the streets. She's street. There's a difference. I think people forget that. It's like, wake up. Most powerful men, not all, but the ones that are really powerful and really about it, they're married to very smart women. They don't want to be married to dumb women. That's a reflection of who they are as a man. See, understand, men look at their lives. See, I'm no man, but I got a lot. I'm the only girl. I ain't have no sisters. So I ain't have nothing but time to watch and learn from men. Because I didn't have no sisters. I was the only girl in a sea of fucking boys, okay? And you learn. You ain't got no choice but to learn because they make you learn. Because they not going to take it easy on you. Because they want you to be able to navigate through boys. And that's a fact. And one thing I know, men find pride, if they get the right one, is pride in who that woman is that they're married to or the mother of their child. They want to be proud. And quiet as kept, if they got themselves a boss lady, a smart woman, I can tell you right now, when that man is with his friends, the conversation that his friends are saying, how the fuck you pull that? That's what their friends are saying. How you pull that? Man, you better not fuck that up, man. You fuck that up. You know, man, there's people waiting in the wings for that shit. That's what his friends tell him. Okay? Thank you. Behind every successful man is a woman. That's a fact. But behind every successful woman is not a man. Catch that. Look, Patricia, like, I got 5 brothers. Listen, this is why how I know how to navigate men. I only have 2 brothers, and I'm the oldest. And I still know how to navigate men. Better than a lot of women. You lie. See, look, Matt's an over-emotional man. I have to boot Matt. Because, see, when men do stuff like that, that tends to mean they're raised mostly by women. That's how come I can identify a man that's been raised mostly by women. I can tell, like, instantly. Over-emotional man, oh, you were in a house with a sea full of women. There weren't no men around. Because if men were around, you wouldn't have been able to be that fucking emotional. It's just no way. Because a man would have popped your collar real fucking quick and go, what the fuck are you crying for? Because you dropped your candy. If you don't wipe them damn tears, you drop fucking candy. Suck it up. Go get another one. Hell, and my mama did that to me. Like, I didn't cry because I dropped candy. My mother would be like, what are you crying for? Go get another one. That's why I say one of the bigger problems in America, I'm telling you, the strong men of America, the real strong men, the real leaders of America, okay? It's an epidemic with men in America, and they need your leadership. They need y'all leadership because they're not listening to us, because I'm just a woman. What could I possibly know, right? Well, I know what's a strong man and what's not. And for a lot of these guys, they don't understand. That's why they're single. That's why they can't get a woman. A woman doesn't have a desire to date another woman, except if she likes women. Women, if she don't like women, she's like, I don't want to do this shit. We'll be fighting over my facial moisturizer. I don't want to do that. I want a fucking man. Good morning. Like I told y'all, I'm that person. I hear a bump in the night. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I heard something. You need to go on out there and see what that is. And if you don't come back, listen, I'll give you 2 minutes. You don't come back in 2 minutes, I'm going to call the police. Because I'm going to live to tell your story. It's no point of us both going in there. We got kids. Listen. I'm not that chick in the horror movie, okay? I'm the one, my friend don't come back. I'm like, they say, Sally didn't come back. Oh, where something must have happened to Sally. Well, I'm going to go check. Well, you do that, because I'm going to stay right here. And I'll tell them about both of you. I'll tell them how Sally went to go do something, and then your dumb ass went when Sally didn't come back. Chill. Chill. Not me. I think Brandy was the closest person in a movie. Remember, she was in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. She was speaking my thoughts out loud, like, thank you, Brandy. That's the craziest shit ever. Ain't nobody doing that. But we got an epidemic in America, man. Something got to change. Something got to change. And the strong men of America, you got to lead. And you have to lead these other men out of this dark place. You know why? Because you got daughters. You want your daughter stuck with these types of fucking dudes? I know you don't. Because, see, this is the thing about real strong men. They don't like those sensitive-ass dudes either. They don't like them either. They don't like them either. In case y'all didn't know. But they don't like these guys either. And they don't like them because they make men look bad. When that's not all men in America. I know it's not. It's a certain segment of men in America. And that shit's an epidemic now. And the internet with all these fucking podcasts, any little emotional, sensitive ass man can start up a fucking podcast and then coach more sensitive ass men. It's like, what kind of shit is this? You're all crying together. You're all crying together. You might as well take your tops off and all hug each other. Like, what are we doing? I'm like, I don't get it. But they go where somebody's going to reinforce their grievances. You know what I mean? That's where they go. And then they say, I can't find a woman. Women are so mean. Women aren't mean to you. They just don't tolerate your bullshit. And that's what you don't like. You got to have grown adult conversations because women are adults too. They want to have stimulating grown folk conversations. They don't want to hear, hey boo. If you don't get the fuck out of my face with that hey boo shit, hey yo, I don't need that. Okay? Okay? I got people that call me boo. That's my friend Trina. Like, the fuck is going on here? Like, nobody asked for that. These men have gotten out of control. Out of control. Yeah, you're right, Michael. You're right. All you got to do is listen to them because you'll know. You're right, though, Subtle. Government loves ignorant men. Government loves subservient men. You know? And see, for a lot of men, they voted for Trump thinking that immigrants were keeping them from progressing or women were keeping them from progressing. Guess what? Newsflash, you still ain't going to progress. Because it wasn't immigrants and it wasn't women. It's you. You're fucking mediocre. And you're weak because you're too fucking sensitive. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. If you're that emotionally volatile, nobody's going to trust you to do business with you because you're too emotionally volatile. You always in your emotions. And what did I tell y'all? My mama said, stay out of your emotions because ain't no money in there. Well, say, stay out your feelings. Ain't no money in there. And until things get better, that's why we have what conservatives call an epidemic of people not having babies. What woman's uterus is jumping for some sensitive ass fucking man? Not no woman I know. Not no woman I know. You're not going to get her uterus all excited by being like, you know, I don't know why they keep making fun of President Trump. You're not going to get a woman excited for you over that. You look lame. You look like you like boys. So why would she be excited for that? Seems like they were not nurtured or hurt. A lot of them, Cassie, do have mommy issues. Yeah. Because a lot of them, what did I tell y'all? A lot of them were not raised with a father in the home, right? So they're just raised by women, right? So, and I'm telling you, I saw a front row seat to this shit when I was growing up. Because I saw it in my own brothers. This is why I'm telling y'all this. Okay? This is why I'm telling you this stuff, right? So, look, somebody came in all loud and wrong. I blocked him real fast. So when, especially male children, say they're just raised by women, right? And there's no father around, or daddy's being inconsistent. Those boys start to have some resentment. Not Trump is a weak man's boo. Listen. If that ain't the realest shit, Willie, that's ever been spoken, I don't know what is. That is so fucking real. They be on their knees for Trump like it ain't nobody's business. And I'm going, is that your man? Is that your man? Like, who? No strong man does that shit. No strong man does that shit. But when you are raised by just women and there has been no men around you, well, you don't even know how to act like a man. You know how to do what you think manhood is, chasing women, being disrespectful to women, but you really don't know what it is to be a fucking man. And then a lot of them grow up to have a lot of resentment against their mama because they start to blame their mama for the fact that their daddy wasn't there. Instead of dealing with the shit that your daddy abandoned you, your daddy was nothing, he was a piece of shit. Instead of dealing with that, they put all that trauma on their mama. So, and then when they go out into the world, the lens through which they see women are through their mothers. See, you got to understand, men either fall in love with women that remind them of their mothers, or they come up with a hatred of women based upon the hatred they have for their mama. Because your mother's the first woman you ever know. Hell, it's the first person you ever meet. The person you know the longest. Think about it. Yep, see, there you go. Two different daddies, same drama. When things went wrong, we blame mama. I didn't say it was all men. You're not listening, sniper. Listening is fundamental. Okay? I didn't say all. I said sensitive ass men. That's what I said. That's the qualifier. Sensitive ass men. That's the qualifier. That's how you always tell on yourselves. Because you get triggered with my words. Strong men don't get triggered with my words because they know that's not who they are. They like shit. Know what they saying? Yeah, she right, because I seen men like that. That's what the men say. I already know. That's what the strong men say, because I'm not saying anything that's not true. Exactly, Lynn. Hit dog hollers every time. Weak is loud, strength is quiet. I keep saying it. Strength is quiet, weakness is loud as fuck. If somebody walk up in a room, and as soon as they walk in a room, and as soon as they walk in, they go, I beat everybody's ass in here. If anybody want to challenge me, I already know that's the weakest person in the room. That's the weakest person in the room because he's too loud. Strong people ain't loud. I know you all have heard people say, hey, don't mess with that person right there. Because if that person right there, you get them mad, they gonna fuck you up. And they say, no, they quiet. Yeah, they quiet, but don't let that quiet shit fool you. Don't let the quiet shit fool you. Leave that person alone. We've all heard that. And Willie said that he's been with the same woman for 40 years. Hey, that's a flex, Willie. That's also discipline. Discipline. Because that's what it takes. It doesn't mean that you don't see beautiful women in the world. See, that's the other thing that I've tried to make clear to people. Being married don't mean you dead. Doesn't mean that you don't see that people are beautiful. That's not the issue that you got eyes. That ain't the issue. The issue is what you do with that information. Boom. That's the issue. That's the only issue. Because I get, when we tell you, when somebody say, I don't see nobody else, ain't no other beautiful women in the world, I go, oh, okay. So you be looking at women all the time then. Because think about it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You understand? Of course there are other beautiful women in the world. Now you could say there's nobody as beautiful as my wife. You could say that. But to imply that there's nobody else, that's when I go, my antenna go up. This motherfucker's a fraud right here. This motherfucker's a fraud. Big old fraud. Because you have eyes. Seeing something doesn't make you disrespectful. It's the actions that you take that would make you disrespectful. That's what people don't get, that I always try to help them get. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Yep, but Willie shows he got discipline. Every man don't have discipline. Every man don't have discipline. Yeah, there's always something better looking. But I always tell folks, but see, there's another side of that, right, Miss Jackie? Because we talk about this side too. Just because it looks good to you don't mean it's good for you. And look, this is something my grandmama always used to say. She said the grass looks greener on the other side, but you still got to water that shit. That was always her thing. Like, listen, it may look good, but all the work that you running from doing right here, you still gonna have to do it over there. Nothing's changed. You just on a different set of grass. Oh, grandma had the best quips, honey. Yes, Alex, yeah, it may be greener, but it could be astroturf. Say it again. Sir, you just walked yourself into a BBL. You had a natural booty at home and you walked yourself into a BBL. But you understand where I'm coming? I'm like, people, you know, they don't think about these things, man. But I've been looking for years going like, noticing the tide of change, not just in men, the tide changing in women too. See, women, I gotta call you out that you take more time to pick out a pair of shoes than who you decide to procreate with. What? What? You've been hemming and hawing over those shoes, sis, for weeks. You meet this guy at a club one night. You don't mind having a baby with him. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Look, Alex said, listen, dodged it, listen. Make it make sense. Y'all got to learn to practice more discipline too. And just because he told you was cute, don't mean you got to bust it open. Because quiet is kept. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck on this too. If a man sees you for more than your body, he'll wait to get it. He'll wait however long you ask him to wait. And that's a fact. If he sees you for more than just your body, he'll wait. And won't even complain about waiting because he knows it's worth it. But shit, if you gonna bust it open, how the fuck I look treating you better than you treat yourself? That don't make no sense. That's what I was taught. Nobody's ever gonna treat you better than you treat you. You show them how to treat you. So if you show that you don't have no respect for yourself, you show that you don't care, well, why would they? Why would they? That's why I'm telling y'all, everybody got to do a little bit of changing up and cleaning up house. It ain't just men. Women got to do the shit too. Stop running around half naked. Because quiet is kept, you get more attention from men with your clothes on than with your clothes off. Real shit. You may not think it, but I am telling you, there is nothing like you want to draw a man in, keep your clothes on. You know why so many men are attracted to Erykah Badu? Because they don't get to see that body. And she got body, yaddy, yaddy, honey. She breaks it out several times, you know, in a decade. Ain't many times. But when she do, oh, them dudes is like, right, you know why? Because she don't, you know who only get to see it? The dude she with. The dude she with. Oh, she has showed all of it, but my point is she don't show all of it often. You know what I mean, Cassie? She doesn't show all of it often. She don't, what did I tell y'all? I was taught you lead with your ass, you will get fucked. That's what I was taught. So I don't lead with that. Just because I got it don't mean I have to lead with it. I lead with my brain. On a personal level, I lead with my brain. I have found that every time in my life, I've always gotten further because of my ability, because I'm smart, I can think, and I know how to communicate. The cherry on top is being pretty. That's the cherry on top. That's not your flex. That's not your flex. That's the cherry on top. Yeah, Beyonce pretty, but what makes her like exceptional is not that she's pretty. It's all the other shit that has nothing to do with how she looks. Same thing with anything. That's why I'm like, ladies, get over how you look. Like, in terms of thinking, you got to be the cutest chick in the thing. Listen, and ultimately, I'm going to be honest about it too. Men will marry not the cutest woman either. That's not the sole thing, y'all. You don't need the biggest booty, the longest hair. No. How is your character? How are your morals? How is your conversation? Same thing I tell men. Same thing I tell men. Yep, accept who you are and love yourself. If you accept who you are and love yourself, you will attract the right people to you. But as long as you could continue to try to be somebody that you're not, you're going to always attract the wrong thing. Always. And like, I think some of y'all saw my video I put up the other day. Because the other day I come on TikTok. As soon as I bring my TikTok up, this young girl is giving classes. She's having class, teaching people how to get a man. And I'm like, she's like, oh, I got an academy. And I'm like, academy? To get a man? Since when do you need training to get a fucking man? That's one of the easier things to get. You know, it ain't for a woman. It's not hard to get a man. Notice I didn't say good man. I said a man. It ain't hard to get a man. So then she goes, excuse me, then she goes, a man that, because I'm a taken woman. He takes care of me. I don't have to work. I don't do nothing. I'm like, but you're working right now. You're on fucking social media. You mean you don't have to work a job, but you still working, bitch. Like, so she faking and frauding in her own shit. Because if she was so fucking kept, she wouldn't be online offering classes. You understand where I'm coming from? You understand? I put one and one together and went, okay, here go another hustle. Let me show you how to get him in and be kept. But bitch, you ain't kept. It's impossible. You teaching the class. But she ain't got no kids. She ain't even a stay-at-home mom. You understand? You understand? Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I was like, wait a minute. So she ain't got no kids. She ain't doing it. Right. Paid classes, not free class. Exactly. I'm like, chill. I don't even remember her name because I didn't look up her name. It was just like as soon as I loaded up on TikTok. So I put up a thing. I said, listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you some tips if you want to find a man. Get up, open up your front door and go outside. That's the end of my TED Talk. Like the fuck? Thank you, Dr. Doctor, look at me, look. Dr. Chalate. You saw my mind trying to process how to read that name. Yeah, those women are fucking hypocrites. They're hypocrites. And I'm not saying that you can't get a man that won't take care of you. But I'm going to tell you this. You ain't going to find a man that wants to take care of you by you running around going, I'm just looking for a man to take care of me. You ain't going to find them like that. I can guarantee you. You'll get a man that acts like he going to take care of you. But it ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. It ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. But you're not going to get it like that. I'm sorry. Any woman that I've ever seen that they're in a marriage with or a relationship with a guy where they don't have to work and they choose not to work, there was still a discussion about why she's not working. She's not just sitting at home on her ass like it's a soft life. You understand? Oh, dark chocolate. How did I not get that? You understand? Like I knew a woman that before her and her husband got married, the deal was she would be a stay-at-home mother and she would never work again. This woman had a master's degree. It wasn't that she wasn't educated, but that was the deal. And she was all for it, right? But she wasn't just home. They had discussions about this shit. They had a strategy about it. You know what I'm saying? So when I see, and she was a young girl that I saw on TikTok say that. So when I see these young girls be online with their fantasies, because I call it a fantasy, of being taken care of. I don't even call it taking care of somebody, taken care of. I go, what are you doing though? And listen, I love me some Cher. Cher's funny and all that other shit. But at the end of the day, Cher still takes care of them kids. She takes care of a house. It's not that she don't do nothing for James. But people don't catch that part. You know what I'm saying? They don't catch that part. What she brought to the table was her. But her had something with it. She's a smart woman. She's a businesswoman. She's a smart woman. Okay? She's not just pretty. Y'all got to get away from that shit. Even Halle Berry's fucking pretty, but she still knows how to fucking read. Like, what? That's not enough. Exactly. She does things. Cher does things. Now, she don't tape herself doing all that stuff because that's not the product that she's selling. But she does things. She manages that house. They have children. They have a home. She handles the money. Even though she ain't the one making it, James still turning shit over to her. But don't nobody talk about that part. Just don't lose sight of things is the big thing that I'm trying to tell you. I know I went on a tangent this morning on that. But when I see those types of comments come in, I'm going, yo, we got an epidemic of weak men in America. And it starts at home. And we need the strong men of America to stand up and mentor these guys. Mentor them. Be there for them. Show them something. Show them that, listen, when you're a real man, you are not in competition with any woman. Period. The only thing that a man has that I want is money. He don't have nothing else. Like an arbitrary man I don't know, just money. That's it. Because anything else I can get myself. Thank you. Even Melania had a job. Hell, even Melania still makes money. She still does stuff. Still to today. Her husband got money, but she still does shit. So when these young girls be like, well, I don't do, what? Okay. All right, so you just want to be lazy. You just want to move from your parents' house to living with this man and this man taking care of you and shit. Like he your fucking daddy. Okay. No, I'm not into that. And most men aren't in. Who wants the pressure of taking care of a woman like it's a child? That's why I say I couldn't be no fucking man. You men, you can have that. I have no desire. I'm one of those people, I don't care about equality either. I've never changed a tire, and if I'm lucky, I never will. Equality? Like what? This tire can go flat if it wants to. I'm going to pull over and wait for some nice man to show up. Look, they say they always do. Men love to be helpful. And so I'm all for like letting them be helpful. Oh, you say you want a man with a brain? Yeah, I'm okay with gender roles. Like I'll take out the trash and shit like that. But I'm not getting, like, if a snake come in the garage, I'm walking right to the bedroom. Sir, there's a snake in the garage. You need to go handle that. Oh, yeah, I'm that chick. Now, I will cook, clean, mop, sweep, do laundry, manage balance checkbook, all that. I do all that. But I also do other things too, right? But what I'm not going to do, right, is be the man for both of us. Like, what? Then what I need you for? Like, what I need you for? I remember one time a spider came in the garage one time when I was in there, and I threw a shoe in it, and that sucker jumped up, straight up. That thing had vertical like Michael Jordan. That thing went. Oh, no. I ran. My husband, there's a spider in the garage, and it was jumping. I ain't never seen nothing like that. You need to go find it, or we gonna have to burn this thing down. He was like, a spider. I said what I said. You need to find it. Love you too. You need to find it. So I don't have no problem with gender roles. None. Provided everybody plays their fucking position. You understand? Provided everybody plays their position. Because I'm going to play my position. I'm going to play my position. Trust me on this. Men talking amongst themselves, I'm out. I don't want to hear y'all conversation. Ain't nothing. Because this is the thing. I know y'all can't talk as free as y'all would like to talk. Y'all go talk free. I don't want to hear that shit anyway. I don't care. I'm gonna go off and do something else. Because I don't care. I don't care to hang around with a sea of men. You understand? Because see, I grew up, again, like I said, I have brothers. I don't have any sisters. And in junior high school, two of my best friends, my bestest friends, were guys. They were guys. And I learned so much about boys during that time. They never tried nothing with me because they looked at me like a sister, right? So they never tried anything inappropriate because that wasn't the situation we had. But I learned so much about boys through those boys and my brothers, my uncles, my father. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. But yeah, I'm big on gender roles. Oh no. Oh no. When you start getting all extra sassy, I'm looking like, yeah, I don't do that. And I'm a whole fucking woman. And I don't do that. Not that I won't get sassy, but I pick my time to be sassy because I was not raised to just be emotional whenever. I was raised to be emotionally regulated. My mother was like really big on that. She's like, this was my mama. Even if a motherfucker just knocked the bottom out your soul with something they said, you better hold it and cry in the fucking bathroom. Okay. Damn, Miss Patty. You say women are doctors, nurses. Yep. Yep. We do. That's why I say we're not the enemy. If you find the right partnership, like you got the right combination, it's limitless where you could go. To the moon and back. It's nowhere you can't go because you got a partner, a friend, a ride or die. That's what a woman can be for you if you get the right one. And that's what a man can be for you if you get the right one. The key is getting the right one. We got an epidemic of people in America that they wonder why they're single. Well, they're single because you wouldn't make a very good companion. You would friends with hubby. See, and a lot of times those friendships, they blossom into other things. Look, last male friend I've had. Listen, okay, let me speak on this real quick as I wrap up this morning. Now, that's funny, Kim, that you said that. Because I always tell women, when they say, oh, my male friend, I'll be like, oh, girl, he not your friend. And they be like, what? That's not your friend, girl. He your friend by proxy because you make him your friend. But he would certainly be more than your friend if you would allow that. Girl, bye. No, he wouldn't. Yes, he would. Men don't have any desire to run around and be your friend. Bitch, what is you, crazy? Yeah, I want to be the friend of a beautiful woman and look in her face all day, but have no other relationship with her. Just look at a beautiful woman all fucking day. That's like looking at a fucking chocolate cupcake all fucking day, but you can't taste the cupcake. Who want to do that? Who wants to do that? Ladies, you understand. It's like I would never want to be best friends with Tyson Beckford or Idris Elba. Why would I want to do that? Why? That shit would be torture. Like, why would I do that? I'd be like, listen, Idris, listen. I know you want to hang out, and I know you want to kick it, and you are fun to hang with, but I can't hang with you. Why? Because you fine, and I'm not about to keep looking at your fine ass, trying to talk to you, and act like I don't see that you fine and that I'm not attracted to you. I'm not doing it. So I'll speak to you. It's been cool, but no, we can't be hanging out. That shit don't work for me. Period. Yeah. Understood. My best friend since 15. When I was 35, we get see, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. If once that guy's in the friend zone, for the most part, keep him there. But understand, if you don't have any male friends, that's fine. I do have male friends from the position of we'll talk occasionally. But we're not talking and fucking texting every fucking day. No. Not even the gay ones. No. For what? Just keep it all the way above. Just keep it all the way above. That's how y'all get yourselves in trouble. Look, that's how you end up with your knees as earrings. Now, don't say I didn't warn you. These men don't want to be your friend. They got friends. And their friends don't wear double D, okay? So they don't have any desire for your friendship. Like, y'all be wild. My best friend, Tom is not your best friend, girl. Tom is waiting for your boyfriend to mess up so you can come cry on his shoulder one night. And when you come over, next thing you know, hey, Ross, hey, beautiful, good morning. That's what he waiting on. But he is not your friend, baby. He's not your friend. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Yep, Harry Met Sally was legit. Yeah, say it again. Look, that I like that even better. And then there you are at a 90-degree angle because you kept hanging out with that guy. See, that's what I'm not going to do. Tyson Beckford, can I be your friend? No new, hashtag team, no new friends. No, sir, you cannot. No. No. And quiet as kept, you can't be friends with the ugly ones either. Because if you keep talking to folk, eventually you'll see the beauty in them, and that'll change it too. Don't be friends with the ugly ones or the cute ones. Just find you some girlfriends and be friends with them. Thank you all so much for the gifts. Find you some girlfriends and be friends with them. Now, I want to tell y'all something as I wrap up this morning. I'm going to put this back up here. This foot, because I want y'all to see this foot again. Don't take y'all foot off the necks, or rather the foot off the ankle, of the Trump administration right now with this situation that's happening. Because we all know, we've talked about it, his medical condition is far worse than the White House is letting on to be. Okay? Letting on to be. We got to get to the bottom of this. Look how they done stuffed this foot into this shoe. It's leaning. Ankles laying over. There's a problem. And you know it's bad. I be trying to be good, but y'all always, somebody said tapioca pudding in a Walmart bag. I cannot. That's why I said he can't drain the swamp. It's impossible. The swamp is in his lower leg region. It's impossible. It's impossible. Because I've decided after this live, now that I've seen this again, I'm having ham and biscuits for breakfast. That's it. That's it. I have to have biscuits. It's no other way. Democrat cities turn to shit. Maybe so, but they're not full of ankles like this one up here. That's what I can tell you. Bye, beloved. They crash out. And I assume the people crashing out when I talk about stuff like this, they're crashing out because now I get it. When Trump said MAGA sees themselves in me, they got the same ankles. That's what it is. That's what it is. There's no reason to be mad with me. You need to be mad at whoever made these shoes. Okay? All right? That's what you need to be mad about. I'm going too fast after seeing this, Sister Queen. It's okay. Say it again. Democrat cities is what carries this country. Absolutely. Yep. These are Big Macs, Coca-Colas, that's what this is. This, my people, this is American excellence. That's what American excellence looks like. These are the feet and legs of people who say immigrants are stealing your jobs. That's not what's stealing your job, beloved. It's fluid retention. That's what's stealing your job. All right, you got to get that fluid off your lower extremities. That is what is stealing your jobs. Because listen, I'm going to stay on this shit. I stay on it because, again, this didn't happen overnight. And I want to know when Trump's legs started swelling up like that. That's what I want to know because it was happening before the election. You just know it. It was before the election. So I want to know, how long has the president been sitting on 22s? That's what I want to know. How long he been sitting on 22s? Because you know, come on. Come on. And you're right, Willie. The world can't continue without a woman. I just, again, Republicans, you got to ask yourself what you vote for. Lynn, I'm starting to think they've been like this for a long, but no, they weren't like this the first term, though. The first term, they weren't like that. Because I remember, I know sitting on 22s was wrong, wasn't it? Slipping on fofos, pimping on fofos. Hey, slipping on fofos. Let me stop. Not the Mar-a-Lago shoes, listen. When Trump meet a woman, when he meet a woman, he just put on Young Buck. Sure they want to ride with me? We can get it low. Hop into the Chevy 4-door. Because that's sitting low right there. Listen. That's where Chameleon they got riding dirty from. Jesus. I'm just looking at it because I'm like, you know that hurt. You know that hurts. You know it's all sweaty in there. You know it's sweaty in there. And when he take that sock off, when he takes that sock off, I bet you smell like bacon. And not that crispy bacon. I'm talking about that damp bacon that be on the buffet. Don't nobody like that damp bacon. You, I know I don't. I like my bacon crispy. Okay, that look like that bacon when you pick it up, it just be leaning over and stuff. I don't like that type of bacon. I'm a crispy bacon type of chick. Yeah, I don't like that bacon. And remember, I told y'all the White House doctor said Trump has the bruise on his hand from shaking hands. Joe Biden never got bruises on his hands from shaking hands. That's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that. And I want to make sure to remind y'all after this live where to go on Reddit to read that stuff. Okay? All right. I'm going to tell you one more time. Go look for No Filter News Sub on Reddit. Okay? And you're looking for the thread titled Epstein and Trump, 20 years of moving stuff around. I had to, be a little colorful with my language on that last part. I missed the commentary. Oh, I didn't say that. Okay, let me talk about this before I wrap up too. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. So the founder of Project 2025, the person who financed everything and stuff like that, he has passed on. He was 80-something years old. Hold on, let me go to his name. He was 80-something years old. And let me see. Because look, I upvoted it. When I saw it, I was like, hey. Yep, that's what it is, Lynn. Lynn has it written there for you guys to know where to go on Reddit. So you would know where to go. Oh, I'm trying to find it again. Yeah, he was 83 when he passed away. So he's the founder of Project 2025. His name is Edwin J. Fuellner. And he was a conservative mastermind that co-founded the Heritage Foundation. He died at 83. So haven't I been telling y'all that it's old people while we're going back? Old people want to go back to what it was. They don't like progress. They don't like progress. And so because they don't like progress, they're going to always take you back. You know they still talk about World War II? That's why you need a new breed of leadership, y'all. Until you get old people out of here, until you move old people out of positions of leadership, we're going to continue to get that old, antiquated way of thinking. I also found out this morning that Jasmine Crockett has now joined in the cause with Gavin Newsom, that if Republicans gerrymander any districts, that Democrats will do it in all the states they're in. They're going to gerrymander too. Fuck it. Time to stop being nice. Y'all too damn nice to these people, and these are why you keep losing elections. If Republicans are going to gerrymander districts, then Democrats need to match that fucking energy, and I'm so glad they're ready to match it. It's about damn time. It's long overdue. We are tired of y'all laying down and then saying, well, we've had enough. So now they got to get up. And good. Gerrymandering is basically when when elected officials, is where they draw the lines about what districts are. Republicans do it in a way to make it so where they essentially can go unchallenged. Go unchallenged. And they don't have to deliver nothing for you. You understand? They don't have to deliver nothing for you. Now, y'all know I started that series where I teach you about what is a district, how to find your district. I'm adding up a new video today about how to find your reps and all that other stuff once you know what your district is. Yeah, and it's time to undo them. Yep. Because again, rich people, they want to own all facets of your life. This is rich people figuring out that y'all got too much freedom, too much flexibility, and they don't like it. And it's designed to bring you down. Focus and push back. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what I'm saying. New York City right now. Now, Andrew Cuomo, right? Andrew Cuomo is now threatening to move to Florida if Mamdani becomes New York City mayor. He didn't say California. He didn't say Washington State. He said Florida. And when I heard it, I said, well, who the hell supposed to be scared? New York or Florida? Because New York already spoken. If they wanted your ass, they would have let you win the primary. They didn't. But you know what it is? That's a rich guy mad. I know what's best for you, New York City. You don't know what's best. You know why he want to go to Florida? Because he's rich and he ain't got to pay no taxes. His tax burden's lower down there. Because that's why it stood out to me, Miss Val. Of all the places he could go to, he'd go to Florida. Florida. Child, y'all better wake up. Cuomo, he not like us either. He's one of those rich guys, and now he's pissed off that he lost his job. He's pissed off he's lost his job, and now, if I can't have it, I'll splinter the ticket and burn it all down. Cuomo needs to go away. Your time is done. New York obviously don't want you no more. But he won't accept defeat because he's rich. I know what's best for New York City. No, the people of New York know what's best for New York City. And you're not it. I've had enough. That's a rich guy talking, trying to boss regular working class people around. And that's why I told you the only power not the only, but one of the biggest powers you have that rich people cannot fucking stand is your vote. They only get one vote. That's it. That's all they get. All we get is one vote. But what rich people can do is influence who you might vote for by fixing the media that's in front of you, the information that gets displayed to you. So eventually you become indoctrinated and you just vote against your own best interests. They can do that. Or they can put you in a position that you just feel apathetic and don't vote at all. They've nurtured that too. You got so many apathetic people in America. Oh, it don't matter. Voting don't matter. Rich people love to hear that shit because they know it does matter And they know that they benefit when you don't get off your ass and go to those polls. When you don't keep up with knowledge about what's happening in your government and hold your government accountable, rich people benefit. And they know that. Wake up. Wake up. Okay? Wake up. So today, go read. And we'll talk about, because y'all know I don't do live again on Sunday afternoons. Because I'm in here being domestic. Conservative women, did you hear that? I have to cook and clean and do floors and stuff today. Anyway, go to No Filter News Sub and check out the Epstein and Trump thread. 20 years of moving things around. Check it out. I want to thank all of y'all for joining me on this Sunday morning. Look, I guess this was church for us. Because they know what, I know y'all not in church with y'all headphones on listening to me while pastor trying to preach the word of God. So I know that's not what's happening. Hey Jason, how you doing, handsome? So I know because I'm watching y'all. No, I don't do lives on Sunday afternoons, JK, because I really do have to do domestic stuff. I got laundry, I got floors to do. I really do have, not church before church. Listen, yeah, I just got domestic things to do. That's the only reason why. But we got 77,000 likes. So thank you all so much for that. Oh, Pastor comes on in 7 minutes. Listen, look, y'all don't know. Pastor texted me. He said, wrap it up, girl, wrap it up. I'm about to start that countdown on the screen. Okay, Pastor. Okay. He said, I'm cutting into his building fund money. Wrap it up. Okay, Pastor. Okay. So, does that husband work with you? No, my husband's not even here. He's taking a concealed carry class today. He's doing that since yesterday. So he's all enthralled and happy and excited about that. So honey, I ain't getting in the middle of that. I don't even understand what that's about. He's like, yeah, America. So I'm like, all right, I guess. So he's off doing that. So I'm letting him enjoy himself. See, me, I have no desire to get a license to do any of that. The one time my husband took me in a Pew Pew store, I'll never forget it. Look, I got a story real quick. The one time my husband took me in a Pew Pew store, we went in there a couple years ago. He said, let's go into this store because I want to check out some stuff. I'm like, okay, fine. So we go in and I'm looking at stuff and the Pew Pews are expensive. Those things are expensive. They were like, $500, $800, $1,200. They probably cost more now, $2,000. I looked at my husband. I said, it costs this much money to Pew Pew people. Oh no. Just give me a knife. It's cheaper to have a knife. I just do hand-to-hand combat. We just gonna be fighting in the streets. Like when you're a jet and you're always a jet, No, ma'am. And yes, when I saw the stuff that you gotta use to put in them and how much they cost, oh no. I said, oh no, I could never be a thug. It's too expensive. Now I understand why in Trading Places, Dan Aykroyd was like, how much is that Pew Pew? Like, he couldn't afford nothing else. He like, give me that. And I think he got it for $50. Like, yo, I was like, this is how much it costs to be a terror. Oh no, honey, I'm not built for it. Yeah, it's very expensive. Say it again. See, Kiera, that's how I become a criminal. Because then I'm in somebody's alleyway like, so what can I get for $50? Quiet as kept? I can't even get nothing for $50. Not even in the alley. The people in the alley were like, $50? We gonna whoop your ass for $50 if you don't get the hell away from here. Because you ain't getting nothing for $50. Hell, I can't even get a knife for $50. Not now, not in this economy. Shit, not in this economy. So that's another reason why I never became a thug. Because when I saw those prices, I said, no ma'am. Who knew? I thought that shit was cheap. That's what made me think everybody liked doing it because it was cheap. Like, it was just, cheap. I thought a box of like ammunition was like, I don't know, $10. When I saw it, I was like, oh, they paying that type of money? Shit. I wish I would. Not in this lifetime. Not in the next either. Take me back to when we had muskets. I know they weren't paying that type of money for a musket. Say it again. What'd I get for one rib? Listen, I probably would go in the pee-pee store like that. Listen, I'm not gonna pay $200 for that whole box. How much for 4? How much for just 4 items out of that box? That's it. I just need 4. 4? The fuck? Yeah, I don't need the whole box, just 4. They put my ass out of there. So yeah, no. This is why, and because my husband, he wants me to get into it. I'm like, you already know I'm not. Yep, I'm buying a la carte. That's diabolical work to go to and say, I'd like a bag, please. Yeah, I'm not walking out of here with my stuff in my hand. I want a bag. Like what? Like, listen. I mean, that's like my husband keeps trying to get me to go, and I'm like, negative. The money is what's going to keep me away from it. I'm not paying that kind of money to do that. No, that doesn't make any sense to me. None. I'm good. I'm good. Who knew thugs had so much money? Now every time I see a thug with that in his waist and all, I'm like, oh, he got money. He got money because that shit's expensive. Like, what? What? Now I'm looking back at like Scarface and stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I knew they had money, but when you look at all the weapons, they had money. That shit, well, maybe it was a little cheaper back then, but that shit's expensive. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. To those of you who participate in those things, you balling. Balling! But I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, tattoos are expensive too. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all one more story before we wrap up this morning. I got one more story for y'all. Because somebody mentioned tattoo. This was my another attempt at trying to be a thug, right? So I was watching a movie. Yeah, I think it was a movie. I think I saw it in Blade 2. It was in a movie or something. And I saw they had these dot tattoos, right? And it was like 3 dots, right? Like a triangle. So I was like, ooh, I like that tattoo. I think I'm going to go get that, right? Not knowing nothing. So I go to a tattoo parlor and I sit down and I tell the guy, okay, this is what I want. I just want 3 dots and I want them like a triangle, right? So before he get ready, he said, excuse me, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, sure. He said, are you in a gang? I said, gang? Of course not. He said, yeah, listen, I just want you to know you would be putting gang markings on you. So is that what you really want? I was like, ooh, child, no, I'm not about that life. I don't do no jail, no prison. I ain't no thug. I said, listen, I know. Let me take the background off so y'all can see it. This is before I wrap up this morning. That's the tattoo. I know. I ain't want to just leave the tattoo parlor with nothing, because then I was gonna feel like a sucker. So I was like, just put a smiley face on it. Listen. And I told myself, if you see this smiley face, that means I'm about to throw hands. That's what I told myself. But that wasn't the reason why. That man saved my ass in that tattoo parlor. Do you understand? I had no idea. Man, I would have listen, with these curls, I would have been in somebody's detention center. And I would have been in there. I don't even know how I got here. I watched Blade 2. This is from Blade 2. Listen. So I learned a lesson, okay? Don't just be getting random ass tats and shit, okay? Don't be getting random tats. I'm always up to something. That's part of the problem. I'm always up to something. And it's usually no good. And it's usually shit that don't make sense. And then I'm like, oh, that's what that was. That man saved my life. Chill. Thank you, Red Octopus Tattoo Parlor. Because that man saved my life. I'll never forget that shit. I went back. No, I really do want these 3 dots. And then he was like, can I ask you a question? You in a game? What? Of course. I had the audacity to be offended. But I thank you all for joining me on Sunday today. We had a great time today, did we not? We had a great time talking about Unc's ankles. Talking about Pawpaw's ankles and his legs. Look, there's one thing I am going to put up before I leave. Because I've had this picture. I want to get a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I'm going to put it up as I'm on my way out of here. Hold on, let me find it. First, I'm going to put up this one. That Epstein footage, this is, I'm assuming that they're saying that maybe, just maybe, this is why he didn't make it out. But that's not what I wanted to show y'all. I'm going to tell you, first of all, I thank you all for coming out this morning. I thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate it. I tell you, your time is the most important commodity that you possess, and I appreciate it because once you spend that time, you can't get it back, right? So I appreciate that so much. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Hold on, I'm trying to find this picture. Hold on. I'm going to just use that picture for now. First of all, thank you all for coming out today. I appreciate it. I want to send a shout out to my see him nowhere. So I want to say, look, enjoy that one instead. Thank you. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. Number 1, beautiful, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Kiana Black. Number 3, beautiful Shauna. Number 4, beautiful Misty. Number 5, beautiful Roz. Thank you so much, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Kiera. I thank you all so much. Listen, you know Trump don't want nobody to know that him and his boo had a thing. Okay? Okay? Oh, I didn't see you. Hey, Bomb. I didn't see you. Don't make me block you, girl. I love you guys. Don't forget, I will see you. Matter of fact, tomorrow morning, I may not be on tomorrow morning, may not come over. Look, that Bomb is my daughter, look, but I'll block you too, beloved. What they say? Fuck them kids. Ain't that what they say? I will block the children. I will block the children, especially if you come to my live and not give your mama no gift. Uh-huh. Yeah, dig in that bag, beloved. Get in your bag, girl. No one is immune from this roasting. Look at her. She's outraged. You can send it to my Cash App. You know my Cash App, Bomb. You can send it there. That's what you get. But I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Listen, don't forget what I always tell you. You don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. You don't feed the trolls. I take Venmo too, beloved. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful and wonderful Sunday. Peace, everybody.